What up, gamers? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be playing Hog 2.6 on Trophy Road, and yes, I may have lost some games off camera and my trophy count is lower than it was previously, but today I read Matthew chapter 7. It's a really good chapter. There's some verses in this chapter that scare some people about their salvation, but I am not here to impart fear. I am here to impart hope. That's my goal. Okay. I did a little Bible study with a couple buddies, and we were kind of zooming in on verse 21 of Matthew 7, which says, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven." So the idea earlier on in this chapter, actually, Jesus said, there will be people who cast out demons and heal the sick and prophesy in my name. And that does not necessarily mean that they will enter the kingdom of heaven. Why? And that's confusing, because you're doing these things which are good, but you failed to consider whether it's the Lord's will or if it's your will. Now, I hope that's not confusing, because things can be good. It can be the Lord's permissive will, where if you were to ask the Lord, like, "Lord, is this a good thing?" the Lord would say, "Yes, it's a good thing," but it doesn't necessarily further his heavenly vision. So that's why something that is inherently good might be... Oh, I thought he was gonna... That's why something that might be inherently good, that might be separate from the will of the Father. Oh my gosh. I've not had to play against US skeletons much lately. They're not really in the meta, so... Oh, we hit the fireball. Yes, good defense. I'm barely hanging on this game, low-key. I'm just going to make sure I hit the musk with the fireball, because he's going to spam units in front of the hog anyway. Okay, he's doing this stuff again. Cycle to a log. Okay, hit the hog with the log, that's important. I'm ice with the last second. Okay, him wasting a cannon there is really an interesting decision. I'm going to fireball this. Okay, that's defended. Maybe I can cycle it back to a fireball. Okay, I can't fireball both. Good placement by him. But there was a chapter, I don't remember the verse, where Paul said in one of his letters that the Lord left a door open for him to preach the gospel in some town, but he didn't feel peace in the spirit to do so. So he moved on from that town to another place. I think he was also talking about he mentioned his brother Titus, like brother in faith, near there. I don't know if that gives you any clarity. I wish I should have pulled up that verse. I didn't think to do that. Oh, huge. Hog got a hit. And Musketeer. Okay, he gave up, I think. Good job, good game. And we're back. I'm kind of playing on autopilot right now. It's kind of bad. I was thinking about what I wanted to say, which is fine, but trying to play some high-level Clash Royale here. Now, this is not as much of a gameplay-focused channel, but I would still like the gameplay to be entertaining. Anyway, Lord, Lord, and yet they say to him, Lord, Lord, and yet they do not enter the kingdom of heaven. There was another verse that this made me think of where Jesus says, if anyone wishes to follow me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily. Oh, look, the rage. The rage. Oh, he's probably going to play Evo Mega Knight, isn't he? And I was thinking about this point that someone made, one of my friends made at a small group last night, which was, it's slightly different. I'm kind of morphing it slightly, but when my mom asks me to do something for her, I love my mom, so I'm going to do it. But sometimes my attitude isn't perfect. Like if my mom says, hey, Aaron, can you please take out the trash? I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, of course, Mom, anything to make you happy. And other times I'll be like, I guess so. But the difference there is, well, human emotions tend to, they're stronger and weaker as a function of time, as it seems. So but let's not get sidetracked. The point I'm trying to make is, if you want to be able to do the will of the Father, and he says deny yourself and take up your cross daily, that sounds like you're doing something that you don't want to do for the Father, and that may be true in a sense of you may suffer for the will of the Father, but that doesn't mean that you are saying, Lord, I'm going to do this because it's good. But the hope is that you are so in tune with the Father that you want to do whatever is best for the Father, and you love to do it because it is what's best for the Father, even if it causes some kind of discomfort or suffering on your part. Meaning, the point I'm trying to make, finally getting around to it, is that we need more love for the Father in order for that. No, it didn't pull. I'm throwing. In order for that sort of will to be realized, that love, that outcome. If we want to reach that outcome, we need more love for the Father. And how do we get more love for the Father? You talk to him. You read his words. That's how you gain more love for the Father. So that is hopefully of some encouragement for you, that as you grow in love for the Father, you'll be more in tune with his will, and you will be a better you'll be better at understanding the will of the Father just by taking time to get to know him better and to love him. So I think that's super cool, and it's really, really encouraging for me personally. So I hope you found some encouragement in that, and we won again. And we're back. I found the verse. It's Matthew 16:24. It says, Then Jesus told his disciples, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily. I think it's important when you're reading that verse and thinking of that verse that you don't miss the point. Point being, oh geez, that was a really bad high spirit. Oh, we're gonna have to come back in this game because this guy's level 15 everything, dude. Let's do the will of the Father, not because we think it'll make God love us more. Let's do the will of the Father because we love him so much. That's what we're looking for. Let's add subscribers to heaven the channel of heaven, the kingdom of heaven. Let's add subscribers to the kingdom of heaven and impart life to the brothers. Just gotta wait for the right time to fireball here. The right time may have been earlier, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Easter coming up. I didn't even talk about Easter. Easter's great. I love Easter, but I also try and enjoy the fact that we have a risen Savior on a daily basis, not just on Easter. I feel like we should celebrate the fact that he is risen on more than just Easter. I feel like that should be a daily thing. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing a little bit here. I'm wasting a fireball. It's fine. We're chilling. We're living life. I played a cannon. That pulls right? Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. What in the world? I didn't need to log that. Okay. Sorry, I just don't know how to play against that musketeer. I don't really know what to do. So I kind of just panic and I don't know. His hog might be questionable. Yeah, he just cycled an ice spirit in the back. He's high on elixir. I'm sorry. We're gonna lock in here. Did I get a hit? Oh my gosh, go off, please. Boost it. Boom. Okay. Just gotta dodge the... Oh, goodness. Oh, no. We're winning. Gonna wait on this fireball. How's he outcycling me so hard? I'm trolling. I'm actually trolling. Okay. We have this mini push where he's gonna... Okay, yeah. Abuse Evos. Got it. I was hoping he would... Oh, I'm trolling. Oh my gosh. I was hoping he would play something else so that I could get some value, but no value for me. Pull. Yes, dodge the log. Good job. Okay, I'm going to try and sweat this one out for y'all. I've kind of said my piece for the most part. Slightly longer videos. Very late recording this again. This seems to be a common theme lately as I'm recording all my videos late at night, which is... Late at night is a good time to get some thinking done, but in terms of like logistics of my life, it's not really the most ideal thing ever. I gotta be honest, there are definitely better times for my health to record than like 3 in the morning as it is right now. Oh goodness, I'm gonna lose. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully I said some things that made you think and said some things that help you to experience the Lord and encourage you to experience the Lord. If you have any questions about Christianity or life, then please leave them either in the comments or you could send an email to my email, which is in the description, and I'd be happy to answer. I really appreciate you watching and being here. I'm doing this to spread the gospel. That's my primary focus, and I hope you'll join me on the way. Please like and subscribe if you watched all this. Good night.